Middle East AI News, March 17. Welcome to Middle East AI News. March 17, 2022. Here's a summary of some key Middle East technology stories from the week. As always, for more detail, more stories and lots of useful links, check out the full text version of Carrington Malin's LinkedIn newsletter. Is Saudi Arabia's driverless shuttle market about to take off? Last week, Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Transport and Logistics Services signed an MOU with French autonomous mobility systems company, Navya Group. The agreement paves the way for the Lyon-headquartered manufacturer to work with the government on deploying driverless shuttle buses in town centers, smart cities, airports, theme parks, and industrial sites. No target dates, nor vehicle numbers were mentioned in the official announcement, but the agreement does seem to center around use cases that can be relatively easy to implement, for the first mile and last mile, that is, the transport needs at the beginning and end of every journey. Therefore, deployment of Navya's shared transport solutions could proceed as fast as stakeholders want it to. The remaining questions then, are how fast? And, what advantage does the new agreement give Navya over the competition? Saudi Arabia has a number of driverless shuttle bus trials taking place across the country, using autonomous vehicles from a variety of manufacturers, including Navya. The kingdom's first driverless shuttle buses arrived in 2019. Autonomous shuttles from Arizona-based Local Motors and French firm Easy Mile have been in operation on the King Abdullah University of Science and Technology campus, also known as KAUST, in mixed traffic conditions for the past 2 to 3 years. The initial pilot project was launched with the support of Saudi Public Transport Company, SAPTCO, and KAUST users can use the service in conjunction with the transport company's Rakab Smart Services app. The university has plans to expand the project and build a larger autonomous bus fleet. Saudi telecom provider STC began testing an Easy Mile driverless shuttle using 5G, in collaboration with Ericsson, starting in 2020. Visitors to LEAP 2022 in Riyadh last month would also have seen an STC Easy Mile shuttle being demonstrated in the exhibition car park. The Royal Commission for Al Ula launched a pilot project for a fully autonomous transport service earlier this year. Al Ula is an up-and-coming tourism destination in the country's northwestern Medina region. The solution was developed by RATP Development Saudi Arabia, a wholly owned subsidiary of the French transport group RATP, using a driverless shuttle bus from Belgium AV firm To Get There. The project also has plans to introduce another shuttle from Easy Mile, and to expand to service to the neighboring areas of Dahdan, Hegra, and Al Jadida. Saudi Arabia has the greatest potential for driverless shuttles in the region, due to its modern infrastructure, and the number and scale of university campuses, self-contained urban districts, tourism destinations, and public complexes. However, the construction of Neom, the huge futuristic urban development being built in Tabuk province, means that the Saudi market takes on much greater significance for developers of autonomous transport solutions worldwide. Neom will have no traditional road transport, and both residents and logistics firms will rely on autonomous electric transport, making it a key global testbed for transport technologies in the years to come. Navya currently has 6 operational driverless shuttle buses in the kingdom, being operated by SAPTCO. The bus company is running an extended trial of Navya's autonomous shuttle Evo AVs, at Neom, which just might be the first deployment of Navya shuttles on the open road. The trial is being run by SAPTCO's own Navya-trained engineers and operators, with the support of team members from Navya itself. Meanwhile, Navya has been advertising for a Middle East operations manager, to be based in Tabuk. So far, autonomous vehicle manufacturers have really been just jostling for position in Saudi Arabia, and elsewhere in the GCC. The number of operational driverless shuttles in the kingdom remains very low, but wider adoption could accelerate both usage and competition. Any manufacturer that can gain early market share will also secure a good source of valuable operational data, and perhaps a market worthy of more R&D focus. However, the winners may gain even more than that. Navya sold just 23 autonomous shuttles in 2020, and 19 in 2021. However, a long-term commitment by Neom alone could fill the startup's order book, allowing it to take production to the next level. Perhaps, even creating an opportunity to move some of that production to Neom itself. New draft regulations shared in advance of Saudi data law. Last September, Saudi Arabia announced that a new personal data protection law was approved by the Council of Ministers and passed into law by royal decree, scheduled for implementation within the following 6 months. That law is now due to come into effect next Wednesday, March 23, although we can expect a long transition period, as regulations are fine-tuned, commercial and government sectors are skilled up, and enforcement procedures are worked out. The first of its kind in Saudi Arabia, the new data law aims to ensure that users have control over the collection, processing and usage of their personal data by third parties. The law covers all data that might be used to identify individual users directly or indirectly, including contact details, personal records, financial data, images, videos, or any other personal data. One potential area of contention is that the new regulations require that businesses host and process the personal data of residents inside the country. Naturally, many local and international businesses providing services in the kingdom use cloud services, which are hosted both inside and outside the country. Therefore, businesses using foreign cloud services could be required to seek the approval of authorities on a case-by-case basis, if there is a need to transfer personal data to systems hosted outside the country. Last week, new draft regulations for the data law were issued by the Saudi Data and Artificial Intelligence Authority, via the National Competitiveness Center's public consultation platform. The public consultation invites organizations that may be affected by the law to make comments on areas of concern before March 25. With penalties for breaching the data law's regulations reaching an upper limit of 5 million Saudi riyals, that's $1.3 million, and even imprisonment, there is certainly a powerful incentive for big organizations to review and comment on the draft data regulations. These are the top stories for this week. Do scroll through the full Middle East AI news on LinkedIn to read more about these stories and other breaking emerging tech news from around the region. Thanks for listening.